Okay, so if you want to attach something, there is an option. So let's say you click on new.
Yeah.
You select a department.
Sure.
So
Anything, doesn't
let's say IT,
Yep.
and you have option of links
Okay.
where you can click and you can attach the document.
So new. That's a okay.
So you
So
can
it
go
goes
to yeah, but how it works? This is a link. This is not attachment.
Hmm.
So what you need to do is you need to have a shared drive between you guys, like for AWJ, and you need to keep that file in that shared drive, and you can attach it from there so that everyone can view it.
So they shared drive,
So-
not yet.
Do you know if that exists or not?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
That's
because
why I need it.
Yeah.
So this is something which was not part of a like training, but as you have asked, the facility is there.
Yeah.
But whether they will be using that on note of approval or not, that need to
Because
need to be checked.
it's not just Operation Falafel alone.
Uh-huh.
It's Wani. There are a lot of people needs approval or request, a lot of requests.
Right.
So if there is like a shared file, I get what because this was bothering me as well. If there is no consistency for everyone will just go as they please.
No. This is something. What they are asking is for the attachments of blueprints or pictures or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Alright.
for you, of course, everyone will be on sync because all the requests will be coming to your head office only. If it is if it is requested from Awani or Baheria or any outlet you have based on the department, it will be ultimately coming to your finance and procurement only. So
Okay.
that for that you have the same page. You all are on the same page. But for attachments, facility is there. That link facility. I don't know whether they are have created the shared drive or not. That needs to be checked.
It's good. At least I can see it and I can work on them
Yes,
if they haven't done it
yes,
yet.
yes.
So no problem.
So so now so I'll select the branch, and so this is how you can.
It's okay. I got the rest.
Yeah.
That was
So
fine.
we'll
I just
create
wanted
one.
to see.
Yes.
So it goes links and then the little gearbox thing and then on a shared drive. Makes sense.
So we'll create one more note of approval. Now this time we'll send it back to some previous user you want to get clarification from.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say this item and 20 pieces. Any other vendor code. Okay. So this is that option of make order.
Okay.
That will be used by your procurement team. So you just click on this send approval request. So now this order has been sent for approval. So this is the note of approval 56
It's been sent to approval to who?
to these three guys based on the workflow.
I thought you said we were going to do it to send it back to somebody else for approval.
This is the creator, so he cannot send it back to anyone. What I'll show is you are second approver. Let's say you are the second approver. So you want to get some clarification from the first approver.
I see.
He has already approved.
Yeah.
So as per workflow, you cannot go back. So you have a provision of going back to that workflow. Let's say second or third approver, he want to get some clarification from this two or from first. So you can send it back to this.
Okay.
Okay. So this is created. So I'll go to so who is the first approver? Test. I'll log in as test. Why do we need to put so much long? Yeah. Jeez. Approval process you wanted to see?
We can discuss later.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Because I don't think so we have enough.
Yeah.
If you can just check.
Does the table move?
Yeah.
Table moves.
I'll sit here.
Wow. I need to. I'm not going over the table. Okay.
Okay.
See, there we go.
Yeah.
It's nice and comfy.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll actually get warm in this room finally.
So now this note of approval has come to the first approver, and he doesn't have any issue. He just approves this. Now we'll go to the second approver.
And he wants to send it back to the first guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's similar to rejection only?
Yeah, but it is temporary rejection.
So it doesn't completely shut it down.
Yes.
It just sends it back for clarification.
Yes.
I get it.
So now this is there. So now you have option of approve, reject permanently, reject temporary, and terminate.
Mhm.
So I'll say reject.
What's delegate? What's
Delegation is like if you want to delegate the approval, like you're not in the office and you want to delegate this to your subordinator.
Yeah.
So you can use that feature. So you need to log in into the system and just press on delegate. So based on your substitute user setup, system will delegate that approval.
All tasks.
Yeah, this note of approval.
Just one. So
Yeah,
you have to do that
indeed.
for each one.
Yes.
Oh.
Because-
Because I'm like for a 1 month vacation and all that.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
just
What
saying.
do I do?
You can put timings on it.
Yeah, we can have a substitute user setup where, and you can have a time like after 1 day, system will automatically delegate that to the
Yeah, sure.
next user.
It's there.
It's there.
Okay.
Only for note of approval for all tasks?
All the
It can apply to
all the workflows.
all workflows.
All
And
the-
and that's by clicking on the delegate button.
Yeah, this is the manual process.
Okay.
But provided you need to have substitute user setup done in the system. If
By
there
who?
is no substitute user available for you,
Yeah.
then system will not understand to whom it should delegate.
So we should define the system where it should go.
And I can define that in my
You need
login.
to no. You need to like intimate the IT team that I'll be not available from this day to this date. So kindly assign someone from. Like,
Okay.
You can suggest
Or
that
you can say
kindly
kindly assign person X user ID as my substitute ID.
as my
to
I get it.
ID.
from this date to this date. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Great.
So you can say reject permanently. So once the reject permanently will take it back to square one. So it will send this note of approval to that user,
Yeah.
and it will be in an open stage, so that that user can change whatever he want to do, and again send it for the approval.
Yeah.
But you don't want to send it back to that end user. You want to send it back to one level
Yeah.
back. So you will say reject temporary. So system will suggest
Who to do it to?
yeah, because now you are at second place, so you have only one approver above before you.
What about to the initiator? Can you send it
No,
back
no,
to
no.
them?
If you want to send it to the initiator, you just reject permanently, so it will go back to the initiator.
Okay.
But rejecting it permanently, then they have to go and re-enter everything again.
No,
What if there's
no,
a
he
lot of
doesn't have to
information?
re-enter anything. He just need to update the same note of approval
Okay.
as per your
And that's
changes.
it.
Yeah, that's it, and send it back to the
Cool.
send it back for the approval.
Okay, no problem.
So if we'll say send it back to the test.
So this sends it back one step. If there were multiple steps, they could send it back
Yeah,
to the
so
list.
it depends on the hierarchy. So we have
If there's
first,
5 people and I'm the 5th and I want to
You
get
can send
something
it
from
to-
the second, I can send it back to the
Yes,
second.
yes.
Cool.
If you want to check that, so we'll not do it right now. We'll approve this and we'll go to the third approval.
No, I get it. No, it's
Yeah.
fine. No problem. I
So
understand.
you have the 2 lines then.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
there are 5, then you
And
will
I'll
have
show
4
each
lines.
sequence number. and-
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
So
Great.
you can select and send it back. So let's say okay. So now this is removed from here.
And I can put comments in that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Comment option is there. So
Yeah,
this is
no problem.
This is the comment.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll log in again as test user. Actually, it has a time session, no killer session. So I cannot keep all these 4 login users
Yeah, I get it.
open.
Yeah.
It gets logged out after 2 minutes.
Oh.
Today I've learned how to type vertically. Huh? Close. You should have updated that, or I don't know. Your server is getting updated off. It will restart after 4 minutes. Okay, so see that note of approval has again come back to
You.
test user, and now he can whatever changes he wants to make, he
So
can go into the.
if no need, yeah, okay.
So you can open the record and you can do, if you want to change the vendor, so you can just click and change the vendor and then send it. So then say approve.
That is for various reasons, like let's say for example.
Any reason, yeah, any reason. So like if you are sending it back, it will go to that user. Again he can approve. Again it will come to you. Then you can approve it.
So you can change the quantity already. You can change the vendor,
Yes,
right?
yes. Unless it is approved, before that
Yeah, of course.
it can be changed. Once it is approved, then it is
No need,
fixed.
yeah.
It is freeze, so you cannot change it. So I'll close this and again open test 2. I think I have misspelled it. Mm. Yes. So here you can go and see, and I'll approve this time. So I'll
Then
go.
it will go to.
Yes. Now we'll go to the administrator and we'll check the note of approval here. So it has come to, finally it has come to the third user. He can again open the records. He can see if you want to go and check the approvals, he can go and check. So see, it was approved, then cancelled, then approved, and then it is finally lying as open. The system will record all the transactions which are happening for that note of approval. So now here also you have option of so once you approve this, system will convert this into order, or it will just make that note of approval as a release so that your procurement team can convert that into order.
So what are they doing now? Is it going into a digital one, or are they creating
No, it's
something on their side?
It's the system.
So we can continue to follow it. There's
Yeah.
nothing printed that needs to get physically signed off.
Yes.
Cool.
That PO, right? The 16 PO.
So then if you go back a screen,
Yes, and I think there is one more field. So this is the last unit price. So system will suggest you that also. When you are creating a note of approval for that item, system will suggest you what was the last unit price for that item,
got it.
so that you have the reference
That's
up
nice.
and yeah. So yeah, where?
Okay, so if we scroll down here, oh, sorry.
No, where you want to go?
So we have the note of approvals, and
Yeah,
then we
note
have
of
the
approvals. Yes, this is the note of approval
posted
list.
note of approvals, right?
Yeah, posted note of approvals.
Okay, and that's where we can see.
Yes. So once it is converted into order,
Yeah.
you can have the detail here where this is the original note of approval.
And where do we see where it's lying with?
It is already converted, no? So once it is converted, then you have these purchase order numbers here.
Okay.
So here you can find that yeah, it has been converted to, though the vendor was 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and they have used the same vendor. If they would have changed, then approved vendor number would have been changed, and here you would have different numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so you have these are the purchase order numbers, and if you want to see whether it has been posted or not, you can go and check into posted purchase
In the same sheet, in the same screen, there are four. One general, lines, purchase order, and invoicing. When it comes to purchase order, that means it has been
Converted.
Done, yeah.
If nothing is there in this, that means still pending for LPO, though it is approved, still they have not generated LPO.
And who is that lie? That lies with procurement?
Procurement.
Always.
Okay.
No matter what it is.
Yes. So LPO goes from procurement.
Yeah. And most
So okay, so if it's done
yes.
on the note of approval, completed, but it's not showing up here,
That means LPO
it's
is not
with
being generated.
purchase order,
Mhm.
or it's with procurement.
Yeah. So if you'll go to the note of approvals, you will find the list of note of approvals here,
Mm-hmm.
right? With different status. Now this is status is open.
Yeah.
That means you have not yet sent this for approval,
Right.
or it has been rejected. These are only two cases where the status will be open.
But it would tell me if it was rejected, right?
Sorry?
It would tell me if it was rejected.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just say open.
No, you just go and check in the approvals. You will find the options.
It will show
Now
up.
this is cancelled. That means it has been rejected.
Got it. Cool.
But
And you will have the rejection remark also.
And what?
Yeah, you will have the rejection termination remark
Okay.
or rejection reason.
Okay.
Mm.
And an email.
And there'll be an email notification?
Yeah, there will be an email notification also.
Cool.
So likewise you can identify. Otherwise the status would be pending approval. There are only three status:
Yep.
open, pending approval, and release.
Okay.
If it is open, that means you have created or not.
Or cancel.
You have created but not yet sent for approval,
Mhm.
or you have sent this for approval but it has been cancelled.
Got it.
Second is pending approval. That means you have created and sent it for approval, but it is lying with some user. He has not yet approved. And third is the release status. So
Meaning
that
yourself,
means
yeah.
it has been approved, but it has not yet converted into order.
Along the steps, along the approval process, if there is ever an edit made, does the initiator and the previous approver see the edit?
Any mail?
Any edit?
Uh,
Are you able to edit? Say you're 3 approvers in,
right?
yeah, and I say, well, they don't need 10, they need 5,
Right.
and I make an edit.
Uh-huh.
Do the previous approvers and the initiator see
Uh-huh.
the edit?
They will have to go and check on the note of approval.
So there's
it will
no
be real time.
notification
No
down
notification
that something
for
was
editing.
changed.
For editing, there will be no notification. Once it is approved, then you will have notification that it has been approved, so that you can check what are the final quantities approved.
Mm.
But for change, because change can happen so many times, so
Right.
the notification is not there for change, because change can happen for price or for quantity or
Of
for
course,
vendor,
yeah. But it,
and of course because all these things are basically accountability has the accountability with purchase team. So if they change it, user needs to just check whether the required quantity which he has approved.
so they have to physically follow up.
Yes.
There's no.
No, system notification is not there.
Is it possible?
It is possible, but right now the process is not there. So if you want to set that, then we'll have to study your requirement, and then based on that we'll have to configure.
Personally, I would just like to see if
So
you
if there-
change
if
something
there
that
are
I
some changes
requested.
in some important things like quantity
Yeah.
or supplier.
Say I'm expecting 10 tables. Yeah.
And we approve 5, so you should know why.
I need to know without having to wait,
Mhm.
or having to go back myself and.
Mm.
So,
and find that.
Yes. So let's study how to encode it in the system, how to encode it in the system.
Okay.
So once the change is there, we can put a comment. Okay, not required. 5 we have in there.
Mm.
So
I think it's important just for communication and
Mhm.
also learning. So if we're thinking, 4 steps down from Manhal, whatever, Manhal changes it to 5 even.
mm.
Yeah, I think that's important for everybody down to understand why,
Mm.
and communicating that initially is
Cool.
going to be important.
Because it is there in the system anyways. So it is just that the user needs to log in and check.
I
What is
understand, but there should be some sort of
Yeah, no issues, no issues.
notification is what
We
I'm
need
looking
to
for.
have a quantitative, logical like analysis that if they change the quantity, then notification should go. If they
Right.
change the vendor, then notification should go.
Any changes,
Any
but
field-
there's a notification to each approver down.
No, but any field like
Any field.
vendor or quantity
Any field.
or
Because
okay.
it's going to matter. Vendor might not matter to store,
Hmm.
but vendor would matter to me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I might know one product is better than the other, but somewhere it got changed. I want to know that before we approach the changed vendor. You know what I'm saying? I might have some opinion that I need to instruct somebody about, but if I don't get notified, now I'm screwed because they've already ordered it. Yeah, it's already gone through the process. I didn't look at it for 2-3 days to follow up on my past ones to see if there were any changes, and now it's already been ordered and we're in trouble, and now the wrong one's coming in, and I need to tell you what I know about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's incorporate that.
Mm.
There will be
But
three,
then
three
you-
or four changes maximum, like again quantity, supplier.
Yeah, because otherwise other fields are non-editable. You don't have the option of changing that. Only you can change the vendor code.
Whatever you can change.
Yeah, those fields if you want, we can
Yeah.
do that also. And what kind of notification? Like it will be in the form of mail.
Email.
It's a
Right.
form of
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So any even procurement team, if they change, then it will go to the
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hands
Because
everybody
they have
as
done
well.
what will change.
because vendor is
Yeah,
not
more than
mandatory
likely.
Yeah.
for requisition. Because see, vendor is not mandatory. Even if it is blank and they update it, then also notification will go. Because system will update, will check whether some field has been updated on that field or not.
Mm.
So if it is updated, then mail will flow. So if it is blank, that means mail is not required. But the value is already there, and if they change it, then only you will need a notification. Something like that.
At any point in time, if any values changed.
No,
I think
that's
there
what I'm
needs to be a
saying.
notification,
That
blank or
vendor
not.
vendor code is not a mandatory field for requisition.
Right. Say I didn't put in a vendor code, or say the store base didn't put in one in. I didn't put one in because there's maybe the list has 5 vendors. I think 3 of them are okay, but not the other 2. And it goes through to procurement, and then they fill it in with one of the 5, or maybe I didn't know there's another one on there. You know what I'm saying? If anything gets altered from what somebody approved, I think it needs to be a notification sent.
So even if there is no value earlier and procurement team adds it,
Still
then
want
also
enough.
then also it should go.
Absolutely, and this just helps later on down the line because
Okay.
now I see that they're using Zomato as the vendor, and I can initiate that before them. Yeah, so okay, great. This is coming from Zomato. I know this. The store knows this. Everybody down knows this. Now we have that knowledge where before we didn't, per se. And now we can follow up. Okay, Zomato did a great job. I know it came from them. I know this. I know that. Yeah, and we're all on the same page.
Okay, no issues. I'll check with the technical team. I think that can be configured.
Cool.
But let's see. Yeah. So that is the only thing which you need, right? Changes in the note of approval should get notified to
Notification
all
down.
the users. Okay, no
That's all
issues.
for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no issues for now only. Yeah. So this is how you approve it, or you reject it temporary, or you terminate it.
Got it.
So this is the total approval process which is there for the note of approval.
Love it. It's great.
Right? So, and this is for, again I am saying, non-inventory items. You need to have the clarity on inventory and non-inventory
Not
items.
is aware of that. You know what is consumables which are not.
Yeah,
available.
of course,
So
yeah,
that's
no problem.
Yeah. So who the user who is making the requisition, if he'll search for inventory items, he will not find.
Mm.
Then he will send a request to IT guy.
Why isn't this?
IT guy doesn't know whether it is a consumable or
So yeah, they should
non-consumable.
also be very
If-
well trained or not.
Yeah, if they
So
start
they
creating like those items, then system cannot help in that,
Mm.
right? So this you need to properly follow.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Easy.
So this is for the non-inventory. Now we'll see the inventory requisition.
Great.
I think you all users are already using. I'll just show how it will be done now. So you will be using requisition worksheet.
So how do you get there?
There is a very good feature in this. There is a box, search box.
Yeah.
If you doesn't find anything here, you can anytime go and
The whole database.
whole database.
Cool.
So you can just click write like you can just type there requisition worksheet. So system
And
will
it'll take you
you
to a
the
page or a
Yeah.
help section or whatever.
Yes. So this
Great.
this will open the requisition worksheet.
Okay.
Now you can see now there are different requisition worksheets created for different outlets.
Go to JVR if you can.
So
Okay.
we can attach this requisition worksheet to a particular user. so that once he log into the system, he cannot open requisition worksheets of other outlets.
Yeah, please.
So he doesn't have to.
Is that already done? Or
Yeah,
no?
it is all
That's
done.
already
a
in
separate
place.
ID and like
Yeah.
For the store, so
Exactly.
JBR,
Yes.
Mary Shell can only see
So
JBR.
JBR.
we will be explaining that to your IT team also. So they need to do this setup properly.
Yeah.
That this is the user belongs to JBR.
Yeah.
He should be able to see only JBR worksheet.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, he will be able to see all the work. The option of
Now, if it is restarted, that means all the users who are logged into the system, they will log out. And then they will send a mail that system is not working.
But how long?
Update?
yeah, they need to have a schedule for update. I don't know what they have configured that or not. System update, because this is random update. Forcefully system is updating it like itself.
Is it a long update or short?
No, it will not take time. I
So
think.
that's why we're receiving a lot of, especially procurement, and our system is not working.
No, there are two reasons for that. One is for a restart of the server. Second is the idle timeout. So if your system is idle for, let's say, 2 minutes, I think they have set it for 2 minutes.
Yes, it will log out.
So it will log out. Because if it is idle, then unnecessary your license, users get consumed. So that is for the betterment, but this is something which needs to be.
It is inconvenient.
Processed. I'd suggest one thing, sir. For inventory items, you don't have any approval process because your prices are fixed. But we couldn't find any vendor prices.
Yes,
So they needs to be updated. And second thing, I would suggest to have a single level approval at least for purchase orders,
Okay.
because at least single level approvals, so that you have accountability. So that like the user will at least go and check that yes, this is the vendor, this is the item. Okay.
Okay, cool. So users will request purchase, procurement will approve.
At least one level, not CEO,
Any
finance,
LPO goes
everyone.
Yes.
At least one
LPO
level.
goes from procurement, so let them approve.
Anyone. If you want department wise also, you can set. So you have the option of that also. We'll need actually Sonam to type the password, because I don't know the password for server.
Helpful. You will get in.
It doesn't open that side.
But in requisitions, it must be capturing the data, the price and vendor from some master, right? So there's no possibility of keying in the wrong prices.
See, your files are not applicable on Vendor Masters. So now they are keying in manually. It should come from there. It is not updated. So
Because generally what should happen in requisitions, there should not be any scope of changing from the master.
then we can make that field non-editable.
Non-editable. So if you make them non-editable,
Then user will not have
the
the
scope
place to
play
play.
and-
But now it is open. Then your purchase order, once it is converted, now this requisition also, once it is converted into order, it is open. It is in its open stage. So anyone can change it. So what is the use of putting all these approvals and all? One of that server is restarted, has restarted. So you need to log in,
Okay.
password. They are not scheduled the update for that server. There is option
Update.
because it is forcefully restarted.
Who restarted? Forceful by?
System
No,
has
it-
asked for the.
Actually, the process goes on 24/7.
So
This happens sometimes. So we cannot stop the operation. We cannot stop.
started getting the ping.
Yeah. users were saying me there's some issue in the dynamics.
See?
I just got few complaints. And suddenly Santosh came in and he said, server is locked off. Okay.
We can start the work, right? चालू करते हैं फिर. पांडे की छुट्टी पे.
हाँ, इमरजेंसी में गए.
बट सर्वर इन हाउस होने के बाद में आपका काफी फर्क पड़ गया.
तो
पहले तो
अभी तो हालत खराब है.
हालत खराब थी. Okay. Requisition worksheet. So I'll open Operation Falafel JVR. So it is very simple. You just need to open the requisition worksheet and you select the type as item here. You'll have the list of items same as you were getting for NOA.
Are we creating one right now? Is this new?
Let me check the database. This is test. Okay.
If we could walk through from start, that'd be great.
So yeah, they already entered something. So if they want to enter a new, they can just click on the last line
Okay.
and they select an item. So let's say classic falafel or any other item. Let's say this
No, only which are starting from IT.
IT. Yeah. Okay. So they will type IT and system will filter all the data. It will start with IT. So let's say apple green.
Okay.
And then you can see the location and branch has come from the user setup only. So they will say 5 kg. Direct unit cost based on the last purchase system will suggest.
Cool.
Yeah, and based on your price matrix also, this direct unit cost will come.
And that's it.
That's it.
So then what? How do you send that?
So once it is done,
Yep.
then you just have to, like, if you want to convert this into purchase order for all, so they can, like, once this is done, the procurement team, they will enter the vendor number here.
Okay, so sorry. So I'm the store. I'm the
Yes.
store manager.
Yes.
And I put in apple green, I put in my 5 kg, and
Yeah.
then what happens? What do I do?
Nothing. Just
It just stays.
Escape or
yeah.
close it.
Close it. Then
That's
your
it.
procurement team will
they
update the
will pick
vendor.
up the request and they will put all the vendors and send LPO.
They will convert the.
So how do they pick up the request? What happens? What's the next step then? So I close, I'm done.
Now,
Restaurant
so
manager finished.
Yeah.
Now what happens?
They
to
will
that?
open. They will open the same requisition worksheet and they will update the.
How do they know it's there?
On a daily basis, they just,
Yeah.
that's their routine task.
They check
Yeah.
on a
Yes.
daily basis at a certain time.
Normally it's open 24 hours.
Yeah,
yeah.
Full day they are working.
Yeah, okay.
Any-
But what I'm
he's
saying is,
what he's saying,
Yeah.
if he made some request,
Hmm.
is there a notification coming to them that okay, he has a new
No,
request?
for,
Yes.
for purchase of inventory there is no, because
but-
this is the requisition
But
worksheet.
I know they have a specific time for checking out the orders and making the orders.
That's
checking
what I'm
out-
asking.
Yeah,
What
they
is
have
that
this-
time?
they
That
have-
that process you
I
need
don't
to
know the
fit,
time
like
though.
this is something not related to system. You need to have that in the
do
organization.
you don't know what time that is?
You know, if you could ask them, but I know they have a system. It's just not written or
Yeah, because this is not something related to the
Yeah.
ERP, which is their manual process that yes, they go through every 10 o'clock, let's say, after 2 o'clock.
After
Likewise.
2 o'clock, we make the request.
Can you reopen that sheet for
Yes.
JBR? Can you just show me the list of items that are on? Is there okay? So this has inventory, all inventory items. So this will have food, consumables, glassware.
Glassware currently no, but we will. Glassware also it's there? No.
Glassware, no.
No, we don't have.
This I would really like
We
to
can
have
add that.
as soon
Unless
as
that's
possible.
okay, yeah.
In fact,
Because right now all I'm seeing are emails coming
Yeah,
across, and
yes.
I think it's sloppy.
Let's add it.
Yeah,
Let's add it. So we have to do some work on your side also. at the
all
outlet
small
level.
wares.
To
Because
I have
we
a list.
We have to get a list, put it in the system.
I can give
We
you the
can do
list
that.
today.
Right, and let's do that.
Well, what's turnaround time for that getting inputted? 2 weeks?
This no week should be enough.
Immediately, yeah.
Week
The
should be
list
enough. As
is
long
there.
as we have the list, we just need to put the
Put
data.
that list and start the process.
Okay.
Should be enough.
But as of now, LPUs are there. Operating supply remains separate. Both
All will be
systems
now from IT.
As of now, requisitions are available.
As of now, yeah. So now we will make everything and then we start from.
I think it's better. I think it'll help us control
Exactly.
and,
You know what
and
is
get
your inventory.
reports on.
Yeah, in fact, all operating supplies.
And plus, we need to add breakages also, right? What
Exactly, and this
Yeah,
way we
but-
can see the cost.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, for instance,
Much
we have
better.
glassware China where we have
Mhm.
it, which is not part of our inventory. We will now put it under that group. Okay. And as and when there is a breakage, they will put it. Okay, 10 glass broken,
Ah.
3 glass. So it will automatically update in your
I don't know about
Cost
that.
also.
inventory, and then if based on their power level, they can request again. Meaning,
Number
Yeah, so well, we can have an offline talk later,
Okay.
and we'll go through
No problem.
inventories. I'll speak with you. No problem. Cool. Great.
So
Good.
this is very
I like
simple.
it.
Yeah, they just need to enter the requisition here. Now we can have a process like every 2 o'clock or let's say.
So, say at 2 o'clock,
Yeah.
they procurement goes through. They take all this information. What do
Yes.
they do with this information?
They'll
they assign the
just
vendor actually.
they'll assign the vendor.
Okay.
So based on that system, like in system you should have like this. For this item there are 2 vendors assigned.
Okay.
So he will select, the procurement guy will select one vendor out of this.
Perfect. And then what?
And then they directly send LPO.
Yeah, once this is done,
Hmm.
then
Yeah.
let's say you have selected this vendor for all the items.
Right.
So they will say carry out action message. So system will generate a purchase order with this vendor for this item.
Cool. Each individually, or will it go down with all the vendors?
Based
Say
on
you
the-
have this vendor for 5 different items. Will it print out a purchase order
It
for
will have
all
a
5
single-
items?
No, single purchase order for
All
like
5.
vendor wise purchase orders will be created.
Vendor wise.
Vendor wise.
So I have 30 items in here. 10 of those are from vendor XYZ.
Yes. So there
I
will be
press carry out action, and it takes all 10 of those items, puts it on one purchase order.
Yes.
Cool. Approvals for this?
This is a predefined rate, so no need approval for this.
No need approval for these.
Yeah.
From Settle Kitchen, most of these items are settled.
Right, but when we get the smallwares on there,
We have to.
Again, we will have.
we can assign
We
approvers?
can assign approvals. Yes.
Okay,
We can assign workflow for smallware and glassware.
perfect.
Yeah.
Then what I would like is... How can I do this? Because I don't want to approve each and every one. It's something I'll set up with procurement. What I'm thinking is I need to think about it. Okay, go on.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this is how you do the requisition for inventory. So very simple. It doesn't have any process or it goes through all that. So it's very simple. You just put the requisition as per your batch.
Acha, again,
Once it is entered, procurement guy will update the vendor and will convert that into order.
Cool.
That's it. What we are suggesting them that have at least one level authorization for purchase
Yeah,
order.
Exactly.
Mm.
Once it is converted into purchase order,
I agree.
don't keep it just like
Exactly.
that. Have at least one level, not all
All, yeah.
the approvers, just at least one
Because
level.
it will take time, and then the.
How much time it will take? Like
Well, I'm thinking if I even want to keep this store based, or if I want to see a list come to me and then the small wares is put in by procurement through this. Okay, I need to think about it.
yeah.
That's fine.
So this is like for like NOA approval and requisition. I think that's it for the procurement, or anything else needs
Procurement
to be
we have separate, right?
shown? Sorry,
We
for
have
the
comparison and all.
store requisition and all approval. So is there anything which
Anything
need
else,
to?
There's nothing else, is there?
Yeah.
No. This is great. I'm into it.
You like that?
Now I know.